Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to Ideal Ego Pokemon. Rekka here, and welcome to the first video of the first battles of Great League Season 7. So in this team, I've selected Roselia in the lead, and the IVs there are pretty good. And the fast move, of course, is Razor Leaf. And for the charge move, I went for Sludge Bomb. So not the best lead for now, but things should improve video after video. Then there's my Alolan Marowak, which I got from a trade, but sadly I powered this up first over my Shadow Bone version, but I can still use it soon because the time will come that I'd get the secondary charge attack. Then for my third and last Pokemon, I chose Skarmory for the Sky Attack, Pressure, and Damage. The IVs there are good as well because of that 15 defense and 15 HP. And this team was used during the battles 1, 2, and 5 of the set. Then for the second team, I've selected Whiscash in the lead, but for now I'll show the IVs of Probopass first. And I've selected it as well because it's a Rock Steel type, so it has a fast move Rock Throw and a charge move Magnet Palm. Then here comes my Venusaur for the Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb pressure, and of course Vine Whip should charge them up very quick. And this Pokemon I've used for a lead is the Whiscash, but for now I'm going with Water Pulse charge move, but eventually I might go with the Mud Bomb Blizzard direction once of course I've purchased the secondary move. Okay, without further ado, let's head to the battles. Okay, I was paired up with my Taro 0317, and she starts off with Wigglytuff and then makes a switch into Houndoom, which I then switched for Skarmory, but it was a tough choice for me because it suffers from Fire Fang damage, but I sent it out anyway because it can charge faster compared to Roselia's Razor Leaf. I will save Alolan Marowak later for Wigglytuff as it resists the charm damage and is weak to Houndoom's foul play. For her part, Houndoom was an interesting choice because later in the battle, her last Pokemon is Alolan Sandslash, which will then have a common weakness of both ground and fighting type moves. And because I didn't switch yet to AWAC, it got a great comeback against that Sandslash, as it suffered too much from Fire Spin damage. Now going straight to the last matchup, Alolan Marowak once again held to its fighting spirit to endure that Ice Beam because of it not getting stabbed, as Wigglytuff is an Ice type poser, but for my end, the Bone Club as well didn't deal enough damage to the Wigglytuff because of its high stamina, or HP stat. The battle has then resulted to a draw which affected both players' win count to the next rank. Good game right there, and off to the next battle. I was paired with this trainer named Shonen9 Akindo Tree, which in the lead sent out his Skarmory, which my Roselia could never take out, so I switched onto my Skarmory, and he responds with a Deoxys defense form. So of course, I knew already that I have to lose this kind of matchup to stay in the lower ranks for quite some time, or even more time. But anyway, this trainer also had a Shadow Swampert for his last Pokemon, and that was a bad matchup for my Alolan Marowak. And eventually his switch timer came off and he was able to switch back to his Skarmory because I'm using a grass type Pokemon, which is Roselia. So overall this battle ended up as a loss for me, and it's a good game for my opponent right there. Looking at the bright side though, I've at least improved my longest winning streak to 14 earlier this season because I went for more well-rounded teams that can be shown in future videos, of course. And now hopping into the third battle, it's Whiscash's turn now against Clefable, and then they make a swap into Roserade. I make a swap as well for Venusaur, which yes, they would share both types, but it seems Roserade is going for Razor Leaf, but can still charge up fairly into the Community Day move, which is Weather Ball. So I farmed up energy for Frenzy Plant as usual, and let's see if he decides to shield that. Okay, fantastic. He shields there, and in comes my foe's charge attack. I've used up both shields here to preserve Venusaur's health. Then going in for my second charge attack, I was able to get a shield once again, even if Frenzy Plant would be resisted. But then he sends back his Clefable, which I was kind of surprised because I could still charge up to a Sludge Bomb, and that will deal super effective damage because that's a fairy type. Okay, I take it out, and in comes back his Roserade. My Venusaur's health is not enough for that, so he faints. But then I sense out my Probopass, of course, to get the charge attack ready, which is Magnet Bomb. But then he decided to switch back to Galarian Stunfisk, and since I have a Whiscash ready to battle as well, I was able to counter that Stunfisk, and he decides to forfeit after that. So that's a win, and it's a good game right there for my opponent. Now moving on to the next battle, I was paired with Jeffka 13, and he brings out Shadow Hypno as a lead, and then I decided to swap for Probopass because I'm saving it for a potential Steel or Fire type. I mean, my Whiscash, I'm saving that. And then I launched a Magnet Bomb there, but too bad. With unbelievable luck, he ran a Galarian Stunfisk that would have been in the lead against my Whiscash. And Probopass as a Rock Thrower couldn't break that Steel and Ground typing, and therefore my opponent didn't use shields because it was the right thing to do, and then proceeds to farming me down with Mudshot, and I have accepted my losing state here already, as the lead was just terrible and there's nothing left for me to accomplish as well. So once again, good game there to my opponent. Anyway, I could sneak this now before the last battle. My rank is rank 8 already, because by the time I upload this, it's already the Ultra League season, and this set is also my 66 to the 70th battle, and my total wins here before this was 40, and that's already a decent record, because, well, having fun is also important in this game too. Okay, now hopping into the last battle, I was paired with Chumusung, and I start the battle with my Roselia against my opponent's Whiscash. So that's a perfect lead there, since Whiscash and other Pokemon that shares its type has only Grass as a weakness, but it won't be a guaranteed win for me yet, so let's look at how the rest of the battle progressed. Okay, after the switch, I went up against her Infernape, and thankfully my AWAC is Ghost and is resisting fighting types, such moves such as Close Combat right there. So that's a perfect situation, since my AWAC will just punish Infernape because of the defense stat loss. Then charging up to my Bone Club there to be shielded, but getting to another one, and it takes out my foe after letting that attack go. She then brings back out Whiscash, which has a charge move ready, but I decided to shield it so that I can charge again for Bone Club. And getting that switch timer off to bring out my Skarmory, which can totally handle Whiscash's ground attacks. In comes another charge move. So the battle continued and my Sky attack was able to get that last shield, and Whiscash used Blizzard next, but my Skarmory was totally able to handle it, and I responded back with Sky attack to end that Whiscash right there. And for our last Pokemon, she brings out Politoed, and that was an amazing choice because it seems that day was Roselia's day, because the battle obviously ended with me shielding that resisted Weather Ball after catching that first one with my Alolan Marowak. Then Roselia just continued using Razor Leaf to finish off the battle after Politoed fainted. So that's a good game right there, and amazing fights. So if you like this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more battles and discussion videos. Thank you guys, and good luck too if you're battling as well.